Hi there, and welcome to the 100th episode of the Message Marketing Pod. I'm your host, Christopher Melotti from Melotti Media, and I just wanted to start by thanking you all for following me on this podcasting journey. I hope you're really getting a lot of value from this podcast. Thank you for all the people who have been with me for the whole 100 episodes, and for the people who are new, make sure you go listen to the 99 episodes before this because it's a really great podcast full of great content around marketing, copywriting, and business. So let's get on with the 100th episode of the Message Marketing Pod. This is how to write the perfect elevator pitch and win more sales in 8 steps. I'm your host, Christopher Melotti, and let's get started. So I'm going to start you with a few questions. Can you sell yourself and your business, brand, or product in the space of one breath? How about in a few sentences, or perhaps during the time it takes to get in and out of an elevator with a colleague? That's where the name elevator pitch came from, after all. It's about communicating your core essence in a snappy, highly compelling way so that the person who on the top floor is a stranger will be an avid convert by the time you hear that ding on the doors when they open to the lobby. While you don't have to literally be in an elevator, having a pitch prepared and ready can help you really sell yourself successfully when the opportunity presents itself. Sure, it's great to be able to pitch on the fly. However, you'll often walk away thinking, I wish I had have said that or this. So let's discuss how to write your elevator pitch and nail your sales spiel effectively. So why do you need an elevator pitch? Long story short, you need to write an effective elevator pitch because your precious prospects are time poor, bombarded, and distracted every single day. So when you're presented with the chance to be with them or talk to them, then you need to make an impression if you want them to even consider you. People remember an elevator pitch that succinctly explains how you're relevant to their needs right now. If you get them thinking, I must do something about this, then you've nailed it. So the way I explain it is picture the roles reversed. Imagine being in a situation where you're being pitched and sold to. Think about it. It's all blah, blah, blah until they hit a point that resonates with relevance. Then you care. That's the point of an elevator pitch. We want to make sure that we're really honing into who we're talking to, why they should care, and what solution you're presenting to them that has any relevance to them at all. Once you do this, that is when you will start to see more conversions. So, of course, after you perform your pitch, make sure you've also given them a way to take the next step. For example, giving them your card or your number or setting up an appointment or direct them to make a purchase, or even to your website. If you've done that, then you've aced it. So the ideal sales pitch and elevator pitch is ready to go when you need it to convert them in a relevant way that then has a call to action at the end. So let's ask the next obvious question. When do you need an elevator pitch? Well, you need an elevator pitch every day because those rare opportunities present themselves every single day as well. I'll explain. You see, networking is still one of the most powerful forms of marketing. Why? It's simple. Interacting directly with business colleagues, customers, partners, and peers allows you to connect and build a deeper rapport in a way that is very hard to replicate in any other form of marketing. It works the same with, say, a sales call given the right context. When you're talking to a prospective customer, especially when they're, say, a warmer lead or a marketing qualified lead for the advanced players here, an engaging sales pitch can be a really slick way for you to delve into how you, your brand, your product or service is relevant to them right now. Being prepared with a sharp, tight elevator pitch arms you with a much higher chance of converting a disinterested person into a convinced one. So let's talk about the 8 tips on how to write an effective elevator pitch. These are my 8 tips. So to write an elevator pitch that works, you need to think of these fundamental aspects first before we get into the 8. These are the first aspects. 1, who you are. 2, what you do. 3, when you're an ideal solution. 4, where you can help. 5, why you're essential. And 6, how you work. So they're not the 8 tips. They're the first 6 building blocks. Okay, and if you need more or to go back to this, you can visit the Melotti Media blog, and there's an equivalent blog on this that has all the written if you need more guidance. Okay, so they're the 6 fundamentals. However, you're not rattling off these like a robot. A well-written elevator pitch is crafted with character and context and weaves those 6 in in an effective way. So I'm not going to lie, a pitch can be subjective and different for every business or customer type. So nevertheless, there are some elevator pitch development rules that I apply as a pitch copywriter when I write a sales spiel for my clients. So here's the 8 tips. Number 1 is it's marketing 101. Know your customer. You don't want to be selling in a vacuum trying to talk to anyone who will listen, because they won't. Every form of sales and marketing today must be underpinned by your customer's needs, wants, and desires. So to write a great elevator pitch, start there. Get out a blank page and compile a list of customer attributes that correspond with your pitch. This list will help give your pitch gravitas when delivered to the right audience. Number 2 is map out your flow. Your flow is how you string together the different parts of your pitch in a logical way so they make progressive sense to the person you're talking to. When I write a client elevator pitch, I always apply my upside down triangle method to arrange the perfect flow. What I mean by this is pique their attention with a captivating start, capture their interest with a compelling purpose, raise their awareness with your relevance, and then make an impression that lasts. Of course, finish with a call to action as well. Number 3, get to the point fast. That's the point of an elevator pitch after all. So while every elevator pitch is different, I tend to recommend starting with announcing who you are and what you do to set the scene. This is quite different to how I usually write, as I believe in benefits first. However, with an elevator pitch, your prospect needs to know your context first. So like if you think about yourself in a networking event or room or networking opportunity, you don't want to start with something like, do you find yourself lost for words? Okay, that works on a lot of different marketing types like blogs and things like that, or websites. But when you're in a networking environment where you need to have an elevator pitch ready, the best way I find works is you say something like, hi, I'm Chris and I'm the founder of Melody Media. We're a crew of marketing copywriters that make brands relevant with wordsmithing services and message marketing solutions that connect you with your clients and convert them into sales. Do you see how suddenly they've got what they need, and then I can open them up to the follow-up sentences and the rest of the pitch. So when you're writing a pitch, often the best way to start is about you. Number 4, align your call to action. So we touched on this a little bit before, but once you've delivered your pitch and you see them nodding their heads in interest, never just leave it there. Have a plan around what you're going to give them next to trigger actual action. For instance, as I said before, give them a business card. Never underestimate the power of tangible in a digital world. If someone says don't have business cards, they're wrong. Business cards often last longer than any form of digital marketing. You'll be surprised, especially if it's a really awesome printed card. People will keep that in their wallet and they will remember you later. But it's not just giving them a business card. Maybe book an appointment, send them a link, or give them your website, those kind of things. A pitch is a super intriguing way to start, but if there's no follow-up, you'll probably miss the deal. So establish that call to action. Number 5, practice your pitch yourself. Of course, once you've drafted and polished your elevator pitch on writing, like in words and written down, it's time to practice. Don't underestimate this step, as when you need it, your elevator pitch will always be ready to recite, and you'll feel more confident doing it as well if you've practiced. So it's really important to give yourself the time to practice and polish. Number 6, try with a colleague or friend. Again, I know it can be a little bit uncomfortable, but getting out there and trying with a colleague or a friend and pitching to them, even if they're not the ideal customer, can really help you smooth out your delivery. It's not only just about providing your pitch to someone else in the room and gauging their response, but it's also that they can give you some great feedback if they're good. So, like for example, ask them to tell you, like to get into character, and then tell them to be strict about when they got bored or when they felt like they got confused or lost. That can really help you sharpen your elevator pitch one more stage. Number 7, put your pitch into practice, right? You're good to go now. So now it's time. You've done all the practice. You've done all that groundwork. It's time to go out to networking events and giving it a go. Now, don't be shy, as your brand's pitch is what's going to get you more sales. So give it a go. And number 8, of course, don't forget to make updates. I mean, customers change, brands change, you change. So must your elevator pitch. It's not just about when you field test it and seeing that it's got, flaws and things like that and making updates. It's also changing it over time. It's really important to give it a bit of a scrub, especially every few months, when you sense it's time for a refresh, or you see other things that are resonating with people better. So that's really, really important to know when those 8 attributes will help you build a pitch that sells. Now, people remember an elevator pitch that succinctly explains how you're relevant to their needs right now. If you get them thinking, I must do something about this, then you've nailed it. I just want to reiterate that. So, how's your elevator pitch sounding right now? An effective elevator pitch and sales spiel is your secret weapon to earning more conversions and educating the right people about your relevance. So it's worth investing the time to write your elevator pitch and sharpen your sales messaging, as a refined pitch goes a long way to making a memorable impression. And of course, if you need help writing your elevator pitch, contact my team at Melotti Media today. We can definitely help you. You can jump on our website at melottimedia.com.au or email us at enquire@melottimedia.com.au with the E. We can reach out to you, talk to you, discuss certain things, and of course, we can help you develop your core messaging for your brand. So if you need any help with pitching or messaging for your brand or your business or yourself, please don't hesitate to reach out to Melotti Media. And that's it. Thank you so much for joining me for episode 100 of the Message Marketing Pod. Congratulations. We've made it this far, and many more episodes to come, many previous episodes to listen to. So don't forget to listen back to some of those great episodes. We always are producing more and more great content to help you sharpen your marketing. So thanks for joining me for the first 100 episodes of the Message Marketing Pod. I'm your host, Christopher Melotti from Melotti Media. Please jump on our website, please subscribe, and I will look forward to speaking to you in the next episode. Thanks, everyone.